Hello. Well, we have a request from Sport Lover 10 on how we can make a lives counter in a video game that goes down when you lose a life. And so I'm just going to take the previous game, um, although I've added moving blades onto the helicopter, and that's just that little bit of code down here. So as you can see, there are two costumes. I've just moved the blades a little bit, and it's cycling back between those two over and over again. So how do we make it so that if I hit this, instead of saying you lose, I lose a life? Well, to start with, I have to create a little lives counter up the front here, and I do that by going down to data and making a variable. A variable is just something that changes every now and then. So if I type in variable as lives and click OK, I have some lives, but unfortunately I have 0 lives. I probably want more than that. So at the start, we probably need when the green flag is clicked, we need to set lives to whatever you want it to be. Let's say 3. That seems to be a pretty standard one. So we set the lives to 3, and now we start, and woohoo! Oh, it didn't work. Okay. So unfortunately our code still says that if we're touching the color, then we switch the backdrop to lose. We probably don't want that. Let's take that out for a little bit. And let's say if it's touching that color, then let's change lives by -1. We don't want to add a life, we want to take a life away. And that sort of looks like it should work. So we'll come over here and oh my goodness, okay, what on earth is going on? Alright, the problem here is that in Scratch, this forever block, it probably goes through this at least 30 times a second. So you're going to lose hundreds of lives. So we actually need to insert maybe a wait 1 second before you lose another life. Let's try that. So now if I just touch it, it goes down to 2, and it's waited a second before it's going down again in the life. Now you need to have that in a different block to your moving, otherwise you won't be able to move because it'll be waiting. Okay. Now the problem is I'm on 0 lives and I haven't died, so I probably need to get an if block and say if, down here, if the lives, I'm going to go down to the data tab here and grab lives, if lives equals 0, then we'll switch it to you lose. Let's try that. That should work now, I think. So I'm flying around, I touch that, I've got 2 lives, I touch that, I've got 1 life, I touch that, and you lose. And that's just a simple way of implementing lives. If you don't know how the rest of the game works, there is another video on the website. Thank you.